Hello, welcome back, and we are off to... We'll be trying the Before We Met stories, the Skeletiano's spin-off story, like the prologue to the main story that we've just started. The real prologue. Here is Skeletiano's Before We Met story. Are you choosing Skeletiano? Why, yes. Before We Met. Skeletiano's story, Chapter 1. I heaved my third sigh of the day. It had been 1 month since my boyfriend Skeletiano left for Niflheim on business. Although I knew it was for work, so it couldn't be helped, I was still sad about not being able to see him for such a long time. I haven't had any letters from him. He must be busy preparing for the summit. I want to see him. Just as I mumbled that to myself. Shall I make that happen? I heard a ghost's voice from outside the window. Huh? Ghost was floating in the air. You scared me! What are you doing out there? Floating? Well, of course. Ghost was holding a book whose binding glittered brilliantly. It seems like this book was running away to my home. A book that can run away? I've never heard of that before. The Book of Time is very valuable, so they store it away and rarely use it. I think it got angry about it, so I'll let you use it. What do you mean by use it? You can go to any time period you want just by turning the pages. Ooh, sounds like fun. And as a special limited time offer, the people in the past will be able to see you. He makes it sound like he's advertising us some sort of special offer. Well, that's incredible. Yes, this is an amazing book. But not just anyone can see it. But not just anyone can use it. The Book of Time seems to have taken a liking to you, so you can use it to travel back in time. But be careful, you cannot tell people that you have come from the future. I understand. And one more thing. You can only spend a few days in the past. The people you meet there will automatically forget you once you've gone. Oh, really? If they didn't, it would cause a distortion in time. Right. Is there a time period you would like to visit, Princess? I want to meet Skeletiano in the past. Words. The book flipped open, and the words 1,200 years earlier appeared on the page. Okay, so if Princess Isabella had died sometime in the year if she died sometime in the 1800s, like I predict her fan might have originated, her folding fan, then Skeletiano would have to be from the 1600s. The next instant, an intense gust of wind blasted through the room, almost strong enough to knock me off my feet. Eek! The wind swirled around me. Please, not a love challenge, not a love challenge, no love challenge. Yay! The next thing I knew, I was in a forest. Niflheim forest? Just a moment ago, I was in my room. Have I really traveled back in time 1,200 years? 1,200 years? As I wandered through the dark forest, I saw something white coming towards me. Where is this? Who am I? Skeletiano! I was so happy to have found him that I flung my arms around him. Eek! How lucky I am to suddenly find myself being embraced by a beautiful woman! Am I in heaven? Ah, this cold hard feeling. It's been too long. Ah, this cold hard feeling. It's been too long. Who exactly are you? Right, this is Niflheim, 1,200 years ago. Skeletiano doesn't know who I am. I'm Jandy. I'm from Niflheim. Niflheim? Niflheim? Skeletiano tilted his head to the side with a clink. What's that? Huh? You don't know Niflheim? No, I just woke up here. I don't even know who I am. Ah, this is all new to him. I'm meeting Skeletiano when he's just been reborn in Niflheim. This is the land of the dead. What? Dead? How terrifying! It does sound like from the name, but it's actually a really fun place. Even when it's dead, it's all people who are enjoying their life after death. By the way, didn't you call me Skeletiano earlier? I can't talk about how I'm from the future. I have to find some way to gloss it over. Because you're all bones. When I saw you, I just thought it was a Skeletiano. I see. That was some quick thing. For some reason, it felt like you knew a lot about me. I want to tell him that I'm his future girlfriend. I have to keep my promise. So, this is the land of the dead, then. That means I'm dead. Although I don't have any recollection of dying. My heart ached at hearing those words. Skeletiano believed that he was human, when in fact he was a doll created by He'd been burned in a fire at the theater so that you'll remember eventually. There was nothing I could. Yeah, that's the truth. I had already. Skeletiano is the reason I got into. The reason I am actually playing this game. I checked out his story online. Well, the wiki for the Shall We Date Niflheim game, and then I checked out his gameplay or the story on YouTube. The wiki didn't give me enough information. I wanted to see what his personality was like, or I wanted to have a better. I wanted to know the character better. So there I went. But yes, in case you haven't seen the story, you already know what's going to be up in his story. And let's hope I do not have to do a love challenge here. Well, if I do, I hope I have money. You're probably right, although it's troubling that I can't even remember my own name. Just then, there came the roar of a beast, so loud it seemed to shake the very ground. Eek! What's happening? We cautiously moved in the direction of the roar had come from. Then, huh? We came across a silver-haired man, King Jean of Niflheim, facing down a gigantic bear. The huge beast bared its teeth and continued to emit a low growl. Far from showing fear, the king smiled boldly. What's going on here? He'll be fine. Let's hide over here. I took Skeletiano by the arm and pulled him down to the side in the underbush. I think we'd just be in their way. But is he going to be okay against that fearsome bear? As we were whispering to one another, the showdown between bear and man began. The sound of the huge bear rampaging around reverberated through the forest. Who knows what's going to happen? In the land of the dead? That's a surprise. Witches and zombies and monsters, too. Seriously? I really do seem to have come to an incredible place. When I first arrived in Niflheim, Skeletiano taught me a lot. It's kind of strange that now I'm the one teaching him about it. Okay, I have a little trick I'm going to show you. If you press the back button on a chapter, if you press the back button, you can repeat the chapter that you had just read. And I'd like to do a little repeat because I want to know what happens if I were to make another decision. I'm not so sure how this would affect a story where you're sitting here trying to get love points, trust points, intimacy points, whatever. So, care to take a stroll with me? See? You're probably right. It's only troubling that I can't even remember my own name. Just then, there came the roar of a beast, so loud it seemed to shake the very ground. What's happening? I don't think you want to hear me read this again. Well, we cautiously moved in the direction the road had come from. Then, huh? We came across a silver-haired man, King Jean of Niflheim, facing down a gigantic bear. The huge beast bared its teeth and continued to emit a low growl. Far from showing fear, the king smiled boldly. What's going on here? He'll be fine. Let's hide over here. What would happen if I hid in the cave? I took Skeletiano by the arm and pulled him into a nearby cave. They're fighting for real. We shouldn't get in their way. Who on earth is that young man with the silver hair? The strongest person in all of Niflheim. As we were whispering to one another, the showdown between bear and man began. The sound of the huge bear rampaging around reverberated through the forest. Who knows what's going to happen? So there are bears in the land of the dead? That's a surprise. There are witches and zombies. There are witches and zombies and monsters too. Seriously? I really do seem to have come to an incredible place. When I first arrived in Niflheim, Skeletiano taught me a lot. It's kind of I'm the one teaching him about it. And there's my magic trick of the day. This video has gone on pretty long, so I will be right back with the next video. Bye!